Now, a very recent study by the UN showed that 13 million South Africans currently are living under the international poverty breadline. Now, what this means is that every day these people have to go and live on, get their food, their clothing, their medicine, whatever it is they need to do at under 10 Rand a day. A very, very shocking statistic indeed. Now, what we're asking you is, just for one day, try this out. I did it last week for a day, and today I'm also chatting to Sarah Binos from Common Good, who tried out with this challenge for 3 days, along with Grant Hinds. You know him, our games guru. Great to have you both here. And I mean, when we just think about this, we know that poverty is rife in South Africa, but I never in my life thought that it was this bad. And that's exactly what it is. How did you find the challenge doing it for 3 days?
It's incredibly difficult. It's tough. It's a sobering experience.
Yeah.
And I think that it gave me fresh insight and a fresh awareness around how millions of South Africa experience life on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly tough.
Yeah. Now, Grant, we tried this out on a food basis. We used 10 Rand a day to try and feed ourselves for 3 days. That's what you did. And you posted a lot of pictures on Instagram, eh?
Yeah, I was Instagramming and Facebooking and getting people to kind of, get awareness around the idea and the project. Yeah, as you said, it was 10 Rand just for food, which was actually a luxury. It's a privilege, and it's so eye-opening, and it's so sobering in a sense to understand that this is what the majority of our country is going through on a daily basis. This is not normal in a lot of the circles that we hang in, and to know that a lot of people are probably watching this at home going, 10 Rand a day, that's easy. That's what I do every single day.
Yeah.
And it's something where we need to start understanding and empathizing with those people who are going through that on a daily basis, that is normal, and that our standards that we aspire to live to are sometimes completely unrealistic and to the detriment of people around us in our country.
Now, I did it for 1 day, and I mean, I remember walking into a shop and thinking, I've got $10. What am I going to buy? And I kind of went, back in memory, because I mean, growing up, we didn't really have much money either. And I went for like the pap and the eggs, like just as my staple diet for that day, and it kind of worked out. But I mean, to live on this every single day is something totally different. What did you go around buying when you tried to live on that?
Katlego, the luxuries are out of the basket. I mean, there's no coffee, no butter, milk in limited supply, but a lot of lentils, mealie meal, just staple carbs that will fill you up, and a loaf of bread. My husband and I did it for 3 days, so I did a bulk shop on very little cash, but you walk around and you just realize how little you can actually buy to meet that budget, and that's the scary part. Your choices are so limited, and also health is an issue. I mean, vegetables are expensive, so the odd bit of butternut, couple of potatoes if you're lucky, and then you realize your seasonings, all your nice spices that you add to your food, out of the basket. It's simple living. Simple living on food that will fill your stomach.
I'm sure you guys will agree. I mean, the scarier part of it is that these people have to depend on 10 Rand a day for everything. We're talking medicine as well. So if you're sick and you have 10 Rand a day, there's very, very little that you can do with that. So you more often than not have to kind of just live with it and hope that the next day it goes away.
13 million people.
That is really,
medical
really scary,
aid, school fees, everything.
Actually, while I was doing the challenge, my daughter was sick, and that's actually something that struck me the most, is that it's not just 10 Rand for food. What do you do? And it's not just about limited choices with the food that you eat, but limited choices for every facet of your life. That's...
No, I really think in South Africa there's this desperate need for us as a people to develop a sense of community. Why would you say people should take on this challenge? At least just do it for 1 day, not even 3 days, 1 day. Just try living on 10 Rand. Why should they do it?
This isn't a feel-good, get the T-shirt kind of exercise, do a big tick, tick that box, I've done it. For me, if you're living in South Africa, you're going to do two things. You're going to bury your head in the sand, you're going to live in isolation from other people's suffering, and try and cocoon yourself and remove yourself from what is very prevalent and around us. Or you're going to say, you know what, I actually want to participate, but I'm not really sure how to participate and change in this country. This is a great place to start. When we responding has to come from a place of as Grant said, empathy, identifying, noticing, walking a mile in your brother or sister's shoes. And I think that is why I think South Africans should do it, because we need to feel it before we act on it. And in that place, you'll hopefully be moved to respond, and you'll be changed. You'll change. I've changed.
Well, thank you very much to both of you for coming and sharing your story with us. And we are challenging all South Africans out there. Try this out for 1 day, 10 Rand a day, and see how well you get along with that. If you want to find out some more as well, you can visit commongood.co.za to find out Food.org.za. That's the web address right now. Well, back into our kitchen, we're talking all about budget beaters. We were talking about them a bit earlier on, but let's see what you can actually do with cheap foods.